Hawaii or any one of those South Sea islands, and my language, the language that I speak, doesn't punish the truth, if the language does not punish the truth, then there is no words to lie with, because you never need to lie. And if you don't need to lie, the words that you speak will be the truth, factual. As a result, your operating system is constantly rewarded for telling the truth and truth. If, however, you punish the child for telling the truth, spilling milk, damaging the house, you now create an operating system that has learnt that if you tell the truth, it's punishable. The child will now begin to find words that create covertness. It will learn to lie, and lie it will, because the rewards of telling the truth is punishment and pain. The rewards for telling the lie is no pain and no punishment. The child is forced to never speak the facts, speak the truth, and it will create its own babble, flibbing. So if I was raised in an island, say Britain, Hawaii, and the race of people that lived there do not punish people, their children, for telling the truth, but rather reward them for it, you now got an operating system, the language, the words, that has no corruption, no need for lies, no need for 101 billion personalities, not characters. Millions of people running around cannibalizing on each other, which creates a perfect breeding ground for me to come in as a judge, controller, fictional money, religion, whatever you call it, and live off that corruption. And if I was a conquering force that understood the benefits of that corruption, and I entered that island that rewarded children for telling the truth and the wider society, I would have to change the language. And the first thing that I do is I will force you to speak the language of Babel. And if you ever told the truth, I will punish you. And if you don't do what I say, I will chop your head off, as they did in Hawaii, as they did in Ireland, as they did in this land that you sit on at the moment. The people that invaded these places, they are not of a race, they are of a particular psychological type, a particular species of man and woman. They give you the illusion they belong to a race. They don't. They are a species of man and woman that live off that corruption. So, if you spoke your language that did not speak in Babel, that spoke factual in the here and now jurisdiction, the first rule would be to remove that language. And if you don't speak my language in Babel, I'll behead you. As they did in Ireland, as they did in Hawaii, and all these other places that they visited, the first thing they did was corrupt the language. And they usually did that with their religions, forced it on them. There's a particular, first of all, do you understand the profound nature of the statement that I have just now made? You must corrupt the language. That's the first thing they do when they go in, is that they will corrupt the language. They will tell you to speak in adverb scenario, a dangling participle verb in your head where there is no closure. You're running on vile poetry. Your mind is constantly thinking in vile poetry, vulgar poetry. And they keep you in that state of fear constantly. When you do that, you create alternative personalities, predatory-like personalities, parasite personalities, passive-aggressive type of personalities, which is an oxymoron, by the way, so I'll put some words into it. A personality that will write pen letters, poison pen letters, and so on and so forth. That's the language we used to use. I don't know what they call it now. They call it cyberbullying, I believe. But this is the activity of the passive-aggressives. It creates all these subspecies of man and women, and the judges just live off of it. The attorneys, the rulers of your world, they just live off of it, and they milk you for everything. They'll give you the belief there is a huge divide between this region and that region. There is no divide. Because if me and you come together, we have formed contract, and two people make contract. And if we agree upon that is what it is, there is no middleman. There is no king, no queen. You must corrupt the kernel of the operating system for this corruption to take hold.